Hey guys, welcome to another fun-filled, exciting episode of One Shot Reviews. I'm Chris Long, and with me, as always,
Lawrence Edmondson. What up, guys?
hey, it's Lawrence. And as always, guys, you can follow us on Twitter at ReviewsShot, at Gmail, OneShotReviewsPod@gmail.com, on Instagram at _OneShotReviews, and on YouTube and Spotify. Just search One Shot Reviews. You'll find all our stuff. Hey.
Yep, go check us out, guys. Go check us out on YouTube. We finally got our YouTube up for season 2. Doing
Hell
it
yeah.
big. You know what it is.
You know what it is. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Yo,
I want to make a little announcement, guys. I apologize that last week's episode, I'm just going to say we had technical difficulties. Nothing was technical difficult at all, but that's what happened. And unfortunately, we don't have our Tower of God episode on Spotify. We will only be having it on YouTube. It's all Chris's fault, by the way.
100%. We only have my audio, so it's my fault.
That's why it's his fault.
Honestly, I should just upload it just my audio and see how long
that
it
would
takes
actually
people.
be mad funny just listening to one person and you're like, someone else is talking, but just only hearing
like,
one.
I won't cut out the gap, so I'll ask you a question, I'll leave in the 5 minutes of silence. And then you start talking again.
Hey, if you guys ever want to have practice on a podcast or just practice what it would be like, we might just upload the episode just for you guys to just have practice and have fun. Like, now you guys can just talk and do it your fucking selves. But yeah, so that episode will only be on
YouTube.
On YouTube. I apologize, guys. I actually forgot to upload video for that. So I apologize about it. But
shit happens.
We still have it somewhere, and we're moving on.
Hell yeah. Yo, I know we just talked about it off air.
Let's get into it.
For longer than you wish. But the most important news of 2021 just came out. It's the most important thing we're going to hear all year. And it's the trailer for King Kong versus Godzilla. Oh my God, Lawrence, I shit a brick. I shit a brick when I watched that trailer.
That's why I sent it to you, bro. I knew it. I'm like, yeah, he's going to love it.
The great part, people know I love that franchise so much that you were like the 9th person to send me that link.
Oh.
That's why I was like, oh yeah, I've seen it. Because every time someone sent it, I watched it. So I was like, oh yeah, this is like number 10.
He said I watched it every time somebody sent it.
I've watched it like twice a day, picking it apart. Holy shit. Yo, hot take for people who have also been watching. I'm calling it right now. Mecha Godzilla. People are saying Mecha Ghidorah, but I don't think so. I think it's Mecha Godzilla. I think the special scene at the end of the last movie was like kind of like a sleight of hand, throw you off the scent.
Hold on, they bring Ghidorah back to life?
Yeah, Mecha Ghidorah is also a creature in the thing. Yeah, they take Ghidorah. I forget in the original series if it's one or it's 2 of the heads get ripped off and his body's all messed up and he's dying. Or I don't know if he's dying or he did die, but then people brought him back half robot, half Ghidorah. So like one of his heads is normal and the other 2 are robot heads, and like his wings are half robot and half regular, and his body's all like robotic and shit. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
So, and at the end of the last movie, one of the bad guys found an intact Ghidorah head, hinting, "Oh, we're gonna take this head and make a Mecha Ghidorah." So I think in the trailer, when you look and you see the mechanical shit, I think they're trying to be like, look, Mecha Ghidorah, but I think it's actually going to be Mecha Godzilla. I think that's what we're getting at. I'm calling it.
Well, you heard it here first, guys. You heard it here first.
Listen, bring in Space Godzilla. We need it for no reason other than to check it out. That's it. It'd be cool. Oh man. But all right, I had to get that off my chest. I had to.
Yeah, check out that trailer, guys. It's pretty interesting. I just watched it. Kevin Durant tweeted about it.
That's when you know it's serious.
Yeah, that's when I was like, all right, because at first I just sent it to Chris and I didn't watch it because I was like, I'm gonna end up watching this at some point. Like, I'm not as into it as he is, but yeah, I watch them. They're good movies. Like, I can vouch they're good movies. I've seen them all.
Right.
So I was like, I'll see it when it comes out. Then Kevin Durant tweeted about it. I'm like, oh, okay, so.
It's real.
Okay. So it's a big deal. It's a big deal type thing. So I was like, all right. Let me go ahead and check it out. But yeah. So
the song that's gonna be pretty fire too. That's a pretty fire song. Then you go download it at some point. Oh man. But
Speaking
anyways,
of songs.
oh,
What
what you
have
got?
speaking of songs?
What you
So I
got?
guess we can get into a little bit about what we've been watching recently.
Uh-oh, you been watching music videos?
So
Is this
nah. So
1996 and you're watching MTV at 6 a.m.?
I just want to say, hold on, Chris. Okay, so Chris doesn't watch Attack on Titan, but
Nope.
the season ending, the ending theme
Is it
song
awesome?
of season 4. Chris, please
Fire?
put it on. Just listen to it. Please.
What's
Just
it
go on
called?
YouTube.
What's it
It's
called?
called Shock. It's called Shock.
Shock.
Just put in Attack on Titan season 4 ending, and it's
I'm gonna
called
check it out.
Shock by you.
If this isn't fire, I'm shutting the
Yo,
podcast down now.
I swear to God, bro. Yo, I'll be watching Attack on Titan. Then the theme ending come on, and I was like, the first time I heard, I was like,
All right,
oh.
I'm telling you right now, if this isn't,
And then the beat dropped, and she started going. I was like, oh, this is fire. Oh, I had to get it. It's not even on iTunes. I was like, damn.
All right, here we go. All right.
Is there a way to play it out loud? Hold on.
I don't think we can. We might get copywritten and the video taken down.
Nope.
Lawrence got too excited. He's like, "I'm playing for everyone."
I was like,
everyone needs to hear it.
like,
hold on. All right.
I really like it. I really hold on.
Here we go. Wait, I'm listening to it. All right, I can. Okay.
Yeah, by Yuko Ando. Yeah. Nah, I fuck with this.
It gives me Unravel.
Yo, nah, this is tough, bro.
It gives me Unravel vibes. Have you heard the song from Tokyo Ghoul, Unravel? Have you heard?
I haven't. I actually need to watch that because I know that show's been out for a long time, and people mention that in mad different. I've heard Tokyo Ghoul mentioned for years.
We're gonna skip to the end of the episode right now, Lawrence. Next week is the first
Tokyo
Tuesday.
Ghoul?
Well, it's also Valentine's month.
Oh,
so
okay.
Do we say Tokyo Ghoul is a romantic anime? Fuck it, and put it as the first week, and then do romance, or what do you want to do? I'm gonna leave it up to you. We could have 3 weeks. We only need 3
What are the options?
So obviously February, the month of love, we gotta do romance animes. We have to. Do we put Tokyo Ghoul in the back burner for the 4 weeks in February, or do we just say fuck it and do it?
The month of February is also Black History Month.
And as far as I know, there are 0 black people in Tokyo Ghoul, which makes sense. So, I'm gonna leave it up to you, Lawrence. What do you think? Technically, we would be recording in January, but the episode would come out in February.
For Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say fuck it. Let's do Tokyo Ghoul next week, and then we'll do 3 episodes of mushy love shit that I know you love the most. It's your favorite genre, romance. I can tell. I can see in your eyes. I can see in your eyes. You're like, fucking finally, the good stuff. You heard it here first, everyone. We're doing Tokyo Ghoul next week. We'll remind you at the end of the episode.
Tokyo Ghoul, yeah, I'm gonna be excited to check that out.
There's a scene in Tokyo Ghoul that happens towards the end of the first season that makes it all worth it, because you're gonna sit there and go, that's gonna be your face through the whole scene, and you'll be like,
oh, it's like that.
You'll be like, oh, what did I just watch? When it first happened, I remember when that scene, like, episode dropped and everyone saw it, everyone was just like, ah! And like freaked out. They were like, holy shit. So that was fun.
Yo, this song is so crazy. Nah,
it literally sounds like the song from Tokyo Ghoul. So if you like this song, you'll like that song too.
Nah, this song's fine. The beat drops. But yeah. So but yeah. So I mean, what have we been watching recently? I've just been watching the same shit, to be honest with you. I got to episode 9 on Akadama Drive.
I finished it.
You finished it?
Yo, the ending actually fire, dog. You'll like it. Okay. The last episode.
I got 3 more episodes. I just need to suck it up and just watch it.
It's worth it. The payoff's really good. You'll like it.
Yeah.
It's a good ending. I'm watching what am I watching? Weekly shows, which is TOP, OP, and I don't know the acronym for that.
And OPP. Oh,
I just remember you wanted to do acronyms, so I was trying to. I wasn't about to do that time. So
TTIWRCAS. Like what the yo?
Yeah. The Promised Neverland, so TPN, and then other side picnic, and then that time I got reincarnated as a slime. Just been watching that. When I finished Akudama Drive, I took a break to watch what the hell is it called? It's on Netflix. It's 4 episodes. It's about the serial killer in LA. It is called. Hold on, I'm pulling up Netflix.
It starts with an S.
Nope, starts with an N.
Hold on, because I was watching that the other day.
We're
talking about the same thing,
we're
talking about the serial killer in California who the guy who caught him. The detective who caught him.
The Mexican guy, right?
The Mexican, yeah, bro. Yeah. That was we're watching the same thing. It starts with an S, bro.
Oh, I thought it started with an N. No, it's the Night Stalker. I win. Fuck you.
No, you're 100% right. No, you're 100% right. It is the Night Stalker. But yeah, we're talking about he became he worked his way up. He became
I'm on episode 3 right now. It's good though, right? It's good.
And he got paired up with the best what the fuck are they
detective at the time? Yeah.
He got paired up with the best detective like ever in history, and he was so happy that he was like, oh wow, he picked me to be his. No, that thing. I haven't finished it. I haven't finished.
I'm on episode 3. I fell asleep like 20 minutes into episode 3 last night.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to finish it. All right. I'm gonna.
Oh, it's interesting. It was good.
I actually, IMDb has a list of Netflix new arrivals, so I'd be checking that out because it tells you the day. You can just keep up to date of all the new movies and stuff Netflix puts out, and I saw that on the list one time. So that's when I went and started watching mad stuff the Indune Chronicles. That's also a new anime, but
that's in my list. I do need to watch that. So let's see, what else have I watched? Oh, I finished Mandalorian finally because I just got back Disney Plus. So I finished Mandalorian. The more I watched that show, the more I realized I actually don't like Star Wars. A lot of people are going to stop watching this podcast because I said that out loud, but fuck them. Not for me. I just don't like I think it's because too much shit that they introduced and then they're like, nah, never mind, it's not canon. And they did that like 8 times. So now I'm like, oh, fuck this. I'm out.
He said it's too much.
It's too much. It's too much. It's like, cool, are we going to make The Mandalorian and in 5 years be like, never mind, not forget it. Fuck Grogu. He's out. We're done.
Right.
You know, so I'm like, I'm not. And then they're like, they announced like 87 shows and I was like, too much. No, thank you.
Too much.
The first 3, episodes 3, 4, or what was it, 4, 5, and 6, and that was good. I was happy. And then they went nuts. They went ape shit with it.
Mm-hmm.
But and then I watched WandaVision, which is fucking amazing. You gotta check it out. Holy shit, it was good.
WandaVision.
It's Scarlet Witch and Vision living a life in suburbia.
Oh, okay.
Did you watch? You've seen the MCU, right? Like all the movies and shit. This takes place right after Endgame, like after Far From Home. It's in the MCU. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. That's dope.
It's cool because every episode is like so the whole thing is it's done like you're watching a sitcom from back in the day, but every episode's kind of like a different type of sitcom. So I think they started with like the Dick Van Dyke Show, and then what was the next one? It wasn't I Love Lucy. It was like the Brady, like now they're on the Brady Bunch, like kind of thing. They're doing all that kind of stuff, but it's like, and they're just doing stupid shit in the episode. Like the first one, they're trying to impress like Vision's boss. The second, I forget, like she gets pregnant at some point. She joins like the fucking ladies club or some shit. But like in every episode, like Vision like realizes that his job doesn't actually do anything. He just processes papers, and he's like, but what did we make? And they're like, papers. We just process, and he's like trying. So he knows something, and he's trying to figure it out. But every time he gets close, like Wanda, like takes his mind off of it. And then you can hear like anytime the radio's playing, someone's always called like, Wanda, are you okay, Wanda? And she like shuts off the radio and TV, like weird shit. Like people will show up, and she'll just be like, no, and like reverse time and like set it back. It's cool. It's cool. Check it out.
Okay.
It's awesome. It's dope. It's directly tied into the MCU, which is nice. So if you watch MCU, it's great. I think it's only going to be like, I don't even think 10 episodes. Who knows? I don't know. 3 episodes are out. Check it out. They're only like 20 minutes. They're as long as animes, so you can chug through them real quick. So that's nice.
That was fun. Okay.
Yeah. But that's
Demon
what I've been
Slayer
watching.
on Netflix now.
Oh, yeah. That came out, what, Tuesday on Netflix it came out? No, last weekend I think it came out on Netflix.
I'm not sure. I know it's new. I know they just put it
out within the last week on Netflix.
They just put it on here. So that's pretty interesting.
So if you guys haven't finished watching it or have been waiting for the movie to come out, it's on Netflix. Check it out.
Yep. Yeah, the shit that I've just been watching, the weekly stuff, TPN, AOT, JJK.
Nice.
Look at this acronym. Look at this acronymization that I listen to this. I just sound like such a weeb right now. Like I feel like so good. Weeb. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I don't even talk normal now. IJTLD, like USK no WISI. Like, I don't have to speak words anymore. You know what I'm saying.
You know you're a weeb when the Godzilla trailer comes out and then you spent 2 hours breaking it down and then went, what the fuck am I doing? I'm not even doing this for anyone. I'm just doing it to do it. Fuck me. Like, God damn it.
But yeah, so yeah, just Promise Neverland on Thursdays, JJK on Fridays, Attack on Titan on Sundays. So right now, anime is delivering right now, guys. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of season.
There's a lot of good
shit. It's a good winter season. Yeah, they're delivering. The weekend is jam packed with shit, and there's obviously more stuff that a lot of people are into that.
Yeah, most of the shit that I watch is during the week. You watch all your stuff on the weekend. I watch all mine Monday. What is it? Monday, Wednesday? No, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. I think.
You know what else? You know what else I've been doing too? I've been keeping up with 9 anime. I actually follow their calendar. That's what I'm gonna start doing now.
I should do that.
I just follow 9, but Crunchyroll has it too, though. But I just think 9 anime Crunchyroll is like a paid company type thing. So I feel like there are licensed stuff like that they can't have yet or can't have at all. That just a normal compilation like 9 anime is just a website where all animes is on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so pretty much Crunchyroll, legal, 9 anime. We didn't tell you about it, so.
Right, but that's the thing. And that's the thing. So when I looked up the number, the top anime websites for 2020, 9 anime was number 1.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, and then I was like, 9 anime's been around for a while.
Forever.
So I don't think they're an illegal site. I think that they're like, I think they've solidified themselves. I could be wrong, but I don't think 9 anime is illegal. I think they're good.
Unfortunately, 9 anime is not a properly legal streaming site.
Chris, why you always gotta make me sound like an idiot, bro? Why? Why you always gotta be like, all right, I'm literally gonna shit on his whole shit with this.
The site features a disclaimer regarding its content focusing on the fact that anime files are stored off-site and provided by third parties seeking to deflect legal issues from the site itself. Nonetheless, it's not a legal site to run for the owner of the service, distributing content without permission from blah 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 blah. It's safe, but not legal. So watch your own at your own risk. Yay.
It'll be a sad day if that ever happens. But then again, there's 80 million other websites that do the exact same thing. So
the second you were like, I think it's legal, I was like, oh, here we go.
He's gonna be in for a surprise today.
I was like, oh, here we go. Let me break the news to him. I can tell you right now, it's definitely not legal. With the ads they be putting on that website, it is not legal. You know how many titties I've been seeing in the ads?
See, I don't know about media stuff like you do. Like, I don't know about all that stuff. Like, I don't know. Look at it this way:
when you go on Crunchyroll, do you see ads for games with titties popping out?
Yeah, that's you're right.
That's how you can tell most of the time.
Yo, that is funny as shit.
Fuck. But speaking of illegal shit, let's get to this week's episode, which is totally legal. You can play it, you can watch it, you can read it. Lawrence, tell us about Fate Zero.
Tell us about that Fate Stay money. I'm gonna tell y'all about that Fate Stay money.
He's excited. I'm excited.
I'm
I'm excited for all that energy.
Damn. There might be an echo on the mic. I'm sorry, I'm yelling, guys.
Whatever. It's not my ears, it's their ears.
So. Fate Stay Zero is a Japanese light novel written by Gen Yorobuchi, illustrated by Takashi Takeuchi.
I think it's Takeuchi, I think.
Oh. I know that rhymes, guys. I did not do that on purpose. Yes, those are the names.
No, you made it.
Illustrated by Takashi Takeuchi, and is a prequel to All Roots in Type Moon's visual novel Fate Stay Night. Got you. The show ran from October 1st, 2011 to June 23rd, 2012. 25 episodes in this.
Damn, it's going to be 10 years old this year. Ooh.
So, hold on. Summary. Fate Stay Zero is set 10 years before the events of Fate Stay Night. Hold on. I low-key have to read and pay attention to this too. My bad. Fate Stay Zero is set 10 years before the events of Fate Stay Night and tells the story of the Fourth Holy Grail War, a secret magical tournament held in Fuyuki City, Japan, where 7 mages known as Masters summon servants, reincarnations of legendary souls and heroes from all across time. This reminds me of Shaman King and something else we just reviewed, but I forgot, where they're summoning people, old people. But this reminds me of Shaman King. 7 mages known as Masters summon servants, reincarnations of legendary souls and heroes from all across time, where they fight in a deadly battle royale where the winner obtains the Holy Grail, a magical legendary chalice capable of granting wishes. The main protagonist, Kiritsugu Emiya, the foster father of Fate Stay Night's protagonist, Shiro Emiya, is known as a merciless mage killer who joins the tournament on behalf of his wife's family, the Ainsburns.
So for you, that means almost nothing. For everyone else that's either played the game or watched Fate Stay Night first, that meant a lot of shit. But since you haven't seen Fate Stay Night, that was just like, I don't know. Okay, cool. But for everyone else, you're like, oh, like eight dots just got connected on the map of what the fuck is going on.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind then, because you did tell me watch it in this order for specific reasons. Right. So I'm assuming like this all has. So the genres are action, dark fantasy, and tragedy. For the first core, the opening theme is Oath Sign by Lisa, and the ending theme is Memoria by
Owie Ear.
Please help me. Okay.
I could be wrong.
Did you just say ow my ear?
Maybe. Can neither confirm or deny.
By Owie Ear here. Other notes. Fate Stay Zero received critical acclaim. Jacob Chapman of Anime News Network highly appraised. Yo, this one has mad other notes, so dude, I can already
dog. This is just 4. You should have seen.
I was gonna say, I'm like, yo, this has mad other notes. Like,
I needed to tell you how important this show is. So here.
Okay. Jacob Chapman of Anime News Network highly praised the series, describing it as a treasure worth unearthing to its end, and concluded by writing ambitious, brilliant, heartbreaking, and masterfully crafted narrative, complex characters with powerful ideals, visually stunning, gorgeous score, and strong cast in both languages. UK Anime Network's Martin gave the first part a score of 9 out of 10, and the second part a perfect score of 10 out of 10. Martin characterized the story as a very dark and demanding and a dramatic and satisfying conclusion to a solidly entertaining series.
Boom. You'll like
Fate
this next
Zero.
part.
Fate Zero won multiple top prizes during the second New Type Anime Awards, including Title of the Year, Best Studio for UFO Table, Best Soundtrack, Best CM. It placed second for Best Theme Song to the Beginning, Best Director, Best Character Design and Script. All right, so just say Best Everything. And the Best Male Character category, Ryder placed first, Kiritsugu, I still pronounce his name wrong, placed third, and Gilgamesh placed eighth. Best character for female, Saber placed second. Okay. Pretty sure she was introduced in the first episode, but literally for like 0.5 seconds.
Yeah.
So in 2019, Polygon named Fate Zero as one of the best animes of the 2010s. Okay. Crunchyroll included the series among top 25 anime of the decade list. Okay, so this got mad shit.
Mm-hmm.
With writer Azali Zeldin calling it one of the best anime series of the past decade. Okay, yo, Chris, quick question. That was everything. How many full episodes are we talking here for this? Everything.
20.
Like, how big is this? This is 25, but
just
then there's
the prequel is 25. And then if we go with just the Fate Stay Night route, which is like what this is the prequel of. So Fate Stay Night, do you know what a visual novel is? Do you know what those are? It's a type of game that's like really well played in Japan, where instead of reading the book, it's like a video game where you're not really like fighting and doing you do little things, and it's mostly you're enjoying a story in front of you that's animated on the screen, and you're kind of making like choices here and there, and there's a little bit of fighting, a little bit of other stuff, but it's mostly you making choices for people. And so Fate Stay Night was one of those games, and near the beginning you essentially decided which girl you wanted to romance, and there were 3 options. And Fate Stay Night chooses Saber, Fate Stay Unlimited Blade Works chooses Rin, and then Fate Stay, I think the movies collectively are called Heaven's Field, chooses Sakura. And those are like the 3 routes. And then Fate Zero is everything that happens before that, like those 3 branches happen.
So this was originally a video game. This started off as a video game. So someone, okay.
In 2004, and then the show came out in 2006, and that Fate Stay Night had 24 episodes, and then Fate Stay Unlimited Blade Works came out, and that had 26 episodes. That came out in 2014. And then Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel, which is if you choose Sakura as the love interest, is 3 movies. They're not doing a show; it's 3 movies instead. And then there's 80 billion spin-offs, because why not? Milk it for all the money you can get. I'm not even going to confuse you with all the spin-offs. But those are like the 4 main things. And then Fate Zero is just like, here's pretty much Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works, and Heaven's Feel are the 5th Holy Grail Wars. And Fate Zero is the 4th one. It's telling you like what happened before. Like, how did we get here? Type deal. So a lot of episodes. It's, what is it? 25 plus 24 is 49 plus 20, 69 plus 6 is 75. 75 episodes, 3 movies.
Okay.
Worth of content.
So for the people, for the audience, for the listeners listening right now, want to make sure they perfectly get it, because I still want to make sure. Okay, so boom, all the praise that this show is getting about all this other notes and stuff, because it seems like there are a lot of parts.
So all this other notes is just Fate Zero. All of this is just Fate Zero, the prequel series.
Also, all of this is just Fate Zero that they're talking about right here.
Yep.
Okay, so boom. Because I just didn't want to get anyone confused, because there are a lot of installations of.
I didn't put anything about Fate Stay Night in this. There's none of. I kept that out.
Okay.
Just Fate Zero. Dun, dun,
okay. All right. We can jump into it, bro.
Oh God. All right. First, what do you think of the animation before I get down to the nitty gritty? What'd you think? It was a 45-minute episode, and there's a reason. We'll talk about that later. But what do you think of the animation? Did you get the feel of me screaming "Fate Stay Money"? Did you get that feel, or nah? Not yet.
I'm gonna have to.
And Lawrence, I will make sure you watch this fucking series. I will hound you every day.
I would have to watch one more episode. Like what's the way for me to explain this perfectly?
Fuck if I know, though.
Okay, so yes, I saw what you meant by Fate Stay Money. Okay. I did. And by that, I'm gonna explain it the best way I can. By what I mean by that is, I do think the animation's very solid. Like it's definitely like for the long haul, they have a really good fundamental like animation. Did the animation blow me off my feet? It did not. But you can just tell you can tell certain shows that you're like, oh, okay, yeah, they get it. They got their shit together type shit. I could tell that with it the same way I could tell with Akudama Drive. I was like, oh, this to me, I still feel like Akudama Drive, their animation is different.
It was crazy.
It's different. It's different. So that's why I was like, Akudama Drive, it just blares you in the face right away. I didn't really get that blown in the face right away with this. Pause. But like, I was like, okay, I get where Chris is I can see the show installation of like core fundamentals of like, yeah, this is a solid animation team they have. But did it blow me away? Not really, but I do get what you meant. That's the best way I can answer your question.
Okay.
Akudama Drive blew me away, like blew me away, made me have a bigger like, oh, okay, this is kind of tough.
Right.
That Akudama Drive had that effect, but I do get what you mean when you said like Fate Stay Money. So
right,
yeah.
Right. All right. So pretty much the show. Episode 1 is 45 minutes long because it's all set up. They're like, we're not doing no fuck around. We're explaining everything in episode 1. And then starting episode 2, we're going to get to all the good shit y'all want to see. So episode 1 is literally just all set up where it starts off 8 years ago in Germany where Kiritsugu is with his wife who just gave birth to their daughter Ilya, who, if anyone has seen Fate Stay Night, yes, that Ilya. And then... So that's that you don't know. Ignore that. And then she's important in the next series. She's important. So then it cuts to 3 years later in Italy, and that's where they're like, oh, okay, so red marks, you get them on your hand, indicates you're a master, and that you're also a mage. Mages can use magic. And there's bloodlines, and the stronger and longer your bloodline, the stronger you are as a mage. These red marks on your hand allow you to control servants, which you will summon from previous time. They're important, crazy people. You know, I'm not gonna ruin it. And you're gonna have them all fight each other to win the Holy Grail, and the Holy Grail will grant any wish you want granted. Boom, you want it, you get it. In Italy, you see 3 people. They're all talking. It's 2 different masters essentially. And you can see that alliances are all being formed. Where one of the masters vows, okay, we'll pretend to be enemies on the battlefield, but when it comes down to just you and me left, I'll concede and you will win the Grail. And together we'll get the wish we want. And by joining forces, you know, we'll have a better chance of doing that. So you can already see this is kind of it was when the priest was standing there, and it was like the 2 people were walking around him in the circle. Do you remember that scene? It was like the priest just standing there and they're like just doing a shit ton of talking. Do you remember that?
Was it near the end?
No, it was near the beginning. It's like right at the beginning.
Nah. Off the top of my head, no, I don't.
It was like in the first 10 minutes.
I guarantee you, like, if I seen, I'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
that. But
it was like, you know how the
that.
beginning took place out in the snowy mountains in the castle area?
Yeah,
it was it was the next thing when it cut away from that. It was like literally the next thing was them in Italy 3 years.
Okay.
So then that happens. Then it cuts to a year before current events where you see this guy come back. You see a little mini Rin. She's super important. This guy, Kiria, comes back and he's like, oh, hey, Rin, I got you a present. Where's Sakura? You find out Sakura was given to the Matoi family, where she would be taught the secret worm crest technique, which, how'd you like that scene, Lawrence, where the guy walked in that room and that's when you know the show was dark, right?
Yo, so check this out. This is what animes, this is how I'm starting to tell, like, I don't want to say animes have come a long way because even old animes are like this,
right?
Like Berserk,
or
they're very they can be very dark with certain things, and that when you get to one of those scenes, then you go, oh. Okay.
This ain't some little kid shit no more.
Yeah, like once you because you don't know these scenes are coming if you don't know the anime like that. If you're just watching something for the first time and you see any anime that does something to children, you're like, oh, this is one of
and the
those.
way the dude described it, ugh.
Yeah, it was one of those where I was like, oh, okay, so this anime can go to that space if need be. Like it's gonna get the heart wrencher effect.
Wait till episode 2.
Okay, I'm gonna watch episode 2, bro. We'll get to that.
But there's a fucked scene in episode 2. Whoa.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that was definitely. Once I saw that scene, I was like, okay, we're dealing with that. Like they're really gonna try and get you. Yeah.
And then it cuts from that to present day where there's a kid being taught, like, he's in a classroom. It looks like it's just like a lecture at a school. But then you realize they're talking about magic and shit and, like, bloodlines and all this stuff. Man. And that dude's just trying to be like, Professor, it doesn't matter if you have a long bloodline as long as you work hard. And Professor's like, no, fuck you, you're stupid.
Yeah, he was like, shut the fuck up. You're a
fucking idiot. Goddamn
try hard.
Yeah. So, you know, as the show goes on, you find out that the Holy Grail first showed up 200 years ago for the first time when it was summoned by 4 older bloodline families. And it can only grant one single wish. So those families ended up fighting each other to get that one wish. And so every 60 years, the Grail picks 7 people it thinks are worthy to have a wish granted. And those 7 people summon a servant and have that servant fight for them, and the winner gets to make a wish. The 7 servants are in classes, and there can only be one of any class in a tournament. So essentially every master gets a different type of person. You're not going to have like 8 people running around with swords, you know? They're all different. So you have archer, saber, lancer, rider, assassin, caster, and berserker. And in order to summon them, you need a relic of them. And so, like, they're at one point, he's like, oh, we found the great Excalibur's, like, what is it? Like a thing you put the sword in, the scabbard. Like, holy shit, I can't believe it's in such good, like, condition. Like, we got it. We can summon the most powerful swordsman, Saber. And then the kid who got told to fuck off in the classroom steals that guy's package because the professor was supposed to be the servant. Yeah. But that kid stole it and he was like, nah, fuck you. I'm going to do it and I'm going to prove. Yeah. I don't know if you picked it up, but when he was at his grandparents' house and they were
I picked that up. Those are not his. Yeah. I see. I don't want to. I'll leave that. Yeah. So, now I picked that up and I was like, oh. Side note. Got very, very strong Harry Potter vibes here. But go ahead, continue.
Did you really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because there's no there's no wands or like spell. No one casts spells or anything like that.
When they went to the
type of magic though,
the classroom that whole classroom
that
scene,
was definitely.
I was like, because the way he explains it about how there are already families who
like
are you have to be a part of families. Yeah. I already got that. And then that school,
right?
Feel like it kind of could remind me of Hogwarts a little. Like,
I think
if
that
you
little
fast forward 20 years in the future, like Hogwarts look a little updated. That could, So I was like, okay, magic vibes, teaching about wizards and witches and and families and I'm like, okay, this give me a little. I know the magic's not the same, but that concept kind of gave me like a little bit of Harry Potter vibes. So that was it. But yeah.
Did you pick up on who the first servant you saw? Did you
say that one more time?
Do you remember who the first servant in the show you saw was?
Oh yeah, assassin.
Hell,
did I get it right? Yes, it was. It was that. So that was dope. I did like. So I connected the dots to everything. Like I got that they're like strong people. Like I said, Shaman King. They're going back. Boom, resurrecting strong warriors to come back to fight for them. I got that. All those types you just mentioned. I got that. I noticed when they first showed. As one of the, deities that comes back or characters or whatever. You good?
Yeah, my I don't know why it does that, but every now and then it just shuts down on its own.
Okay, so they name Assassin as one of like, oh, he's one of the people who resurrects come back. But the first time they actually show you him, they didn't call him that for like the first 10 minutes.
Right.
They just said, oh, no one can escape my watcher or something. He sees everything. But they didn't tell you that for like the first couple minutes. But then later, like during that same scene, but a couple minutes later, then you find out. And I was like, okay, so that's the assassin person. I was like, that's pretty dope. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, oh, okay. So that's like the first time they show you the interaction of like, people they summon. I forgot what they're called, but and their masters. Right. But yeah, so I did catch that. I'm
not gonna tell you exactly who that person is.
They're actual people or something.
So they're all based off of real life people.
Oh, based off of real life people. Okay.
I'm not gonna tell you who this guy. No, like the servants are people that actually were real. Like they don't just make up a character for the show. And they're like, check this dude out. Like this assassin is actually a very, 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 very important person in the Muslim world. I'm not going into that right now. I don't know much about Muslims and all that shit. I know a little bit about this guy, and we're not going down that rabbit hole. I'll tell you off air. But he's super important.
Wow, okay, that's pretty cool. That's actually kind of interesting.
Yeah. So he's big boy. He's very important man. So he shows up. And then after that, it's just essentially people just start it. This is when people start summoning their servants. And this, you also find out that Emiya is actually a master assassin he marries into this family. He's going to become a master, get his servant, and he wants to get, he has a specific goal in mind that's hinted at, but not really. And he also has the mission of killing the other masters. And there's a reason for that. So not only is he going to kill the servants and get the grail, he's also tasked with killing other mages, because that's like his specialty. He's like an assassin for hire that kills other mages.
He's a mage killer. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
And and then we see two other people get summoned. There's one guy in the basement. I'm not gonna ruin that for you, but there's him. And then you have the girl.
Yes.
Who everyone was pissed off. They're like, "What the hell, a woman?" And she's like, "Who the fuck do you think you are summoning me, bitch?"
We literally just mentioned how Saber's the strongest, so and she was already the second, chose as the second
Saber
character.
It's pretty much Saber, and when they were like, we have the scabbard of Excalibur, so you're like, oh, they're gonna summon King Arthur, and then you get a girl. Do you know why they went with a girl for the show?
Oh no.
Because King Arthur Pendragon, Some people think Arthur Pendragon was a woman. So there you go.
That's dope.
That's why they picked that's why they picked a girl for it. Arturia would have been her name if she was a woman. Like that. But in the Middle Ages, people didn't like to follow women for whatever weird reason. So it's theorized that she was a woman that pretended to be a guy and went by the name King Arthur instead of King Arturia. And so the show went with the female version because why not? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then there's another servant that I won't spoil who it is, but he's badass as fuck.
So yeah, I could. Yeah, at the end, I was like, okay, yeah, nah.
When he shows up, and you're like, oh, this man, this man is about to do some shit.
There were the episode being 45 minutes long. Mm-hmm. I actually thought that was needed because in this first episode, there's a lot to intake. Yep. And so I feel like they had to make it 45 minutes.
Oh, 100%.
There are a lot of names to remember.
Yep.
There are a lot of families and names. And I did get confused for a couple minutes. I wouldn't say confused, but I got people mixed up.
Which is fine.
Two dudes almost reminded me of the same person.
And they almost look the same too.
That's why. Yeah. That's why. So I'm like, yo, what's going on?
Which is okay because again,
but I figured it out at the end. They do it. They do a good job. Like
I said, this is a prequel that came out after the original. So when they made the prequel, they assumed people knew. So that's when they're like bloodlines. Okay. Here are the people. Like when you see Rin and then the girl in the pit. We already, if you've seen the other show, you already know who they are. And you're like, oh, this is what they were doing when they were kids. When you meet the Emiya family and Ilya's born, you're like, oh, okay. When you hear all the bloodlines, you're like, oh, this is this bloodline. Okay. So again, if you're new to it, as the show goes on, you'll catch on. It'll explain it. If you're coming to the series having played the game or seen the other shit, you'll get it like instantly. You'll be like, oh, it's these guys. All right, cool. Skip it. Go to the cool shit. So, okay. But for people who are being introduced like you, the 45 minutes of intro to explain everything, definitely you need it. Because the next episode, sir, oh fuck.
I'm gonna watch the next episode. There were a lot of flashbacks.
Yep.
But they're needed to tell the story. Yep. Guys, you can keep up with it. It's not overwhelming. I don't want to make it's not overwhelming. It's just you gonna have to pay a good attention for good 30 minutes. You just gonna have to pay attention.
It's not a show you can put on and like do something else.
Yeah.
It's a show where you're like, I want to watch that. Like sit down and watch this show. This is that show. This isn't a show you put on in the background and be like, I'll pick it up as it goes. You ain't gonna pick it up. You're gonna miss a lot of shit. You gotta pay attention to the show. But it's a show where like I sat through those 40 minutes and it felt like 20, even though there was a shit ton of stuff because I was so invested with everything watching it. And yeah, fun shit.
I had put in here that the beginning was crazy, and the beginning was crazy. Like the beginning about the whole like, in the beginning he goes like, "I'm gonna be the reason why you die." You'll know what I mean when you hear it. So like the beginning is just like you're like, all right, what's going on? Two different scenes with like two different families, and you're like, what is going on?
It's a bunch of tough ass people that you're like, oh, they're all gonna meet starting episode 2 and shit's gonna go down. You know?
Yeah.
It's like all the big players. You know, everyone's starting to summon their people to show up. Damn, I need to watch this show again. It was really fucking good.
But yeah, and I fuck with the fact that about like they use the relics to summon olden people and to get it popping for this Holy Grail, and I think their story is very cemented and fundamental. So I can already tell this can go because it's very cemented, and they did a good job at explaining. So now you know, and that's why we go back to the 45 minutes. That's why that was important.
Yep.
So yeah.
Damn. I'm like reading the wiki for all the other episodes and I'm like, damn. This shit gets crazy.
Yeah. Nah, yeah.
Like, I forgot how fucking awesome this shit gets. God damn.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and run that second episode. I might do that tonight, as a matter.
Dude.
So wait, Chris, are all episodes 45 minutes, bro?
What's no. It was just that first one. Just the first one. Everything after that, they're normal. One. They're all normal after that.
Okay.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, if you watch that episode like right before you go to bed, you're gonna be up for another 6 hours because you're gonna be like,
"Oh shit, I might be, bro. So I might fuck around and do that. I'm might do that,
you, dog. It's worth it. It is fucking.
I'm not gonna hold you.
I forgot how good it was. Holy shit. Oh man. So what would you recommend this to people? Do you think this is a good show for people to watch?
Yes, I think yes, I do. And one thing that I think is super important is, as time goes on, we are starting to see less and less shows go over 24 episodes. And I personally, why did I just say personally? I personally miss those shows back in the day that would be 100+ episodes.
Dude, the good old days.
The good old days. I personally miss those. I'm not gonna lie. Naruto, Bleach, Hunter x Hunter,
Dragon Ball.
You know what I'm saying? Dragon Ball. All the old shows that were like mad long. I'm starting to miss those now, bro, because everything is just 24 episodes now. But I get why they're doing that, because they can make those longer. You know what I'm saying? They need to know if it's gonna hit or not.
Right.
So I get it. But this show kind of brings me back to, even though this seems new school, their style is old school, because this is a long story. Right. So people who miss that olden 100+, even though this isn't 100+, is still over 25, over 50. You said this is over 50 episodes,
it's
right?
Like 70. If you put the 3 shows, it's like 70. There's like a shit ton of movies. There's all the games if you want to play all the games.
People miss that.
There's
you know what I'm saying?
Billion fucking spin-offs of this thing. I don't even want to fucking tell you about the spin-offs. Jesus Christ. There's
people miss that, bro. People miss the olden days of Naruto being 500 episodes. People miss being able to sit down and just watch something and not have to worry about, I'm not gonna finish this in 3 days. I'm not gonna finish this in a week. I'm gonna finish this. This is mad episode.
I want something like Black Clover that's over 100 episodes, but I want something I enjoy. Unlike Black Clover.
Thank you. Black Clover is like right now. It's like the most.
It's like 130.
It's like the most popular one, over 100 and like.
Well, let's relax. There's One Piece still. That's just.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was disrespectful.
But we don't count One Piece. That's a whole other beast that we ain't touching. That's a beast. That's a beast.
I can't believe I forgot I included that. I didn't include that in what I was.
When you're going, I'm like, there's still people that have been sitting there since they were 6, still watching this show.
Yo, One Piece is holding it down for literally a complete generation.
I'm gonna die of old age, and One Piece will still be putting out new episodes. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna die at 104 years old. And they'll be like, yo, One Piece episode 10,063 coming out next week. Get ready.
You're like, yo, Luffy's I'm about to pass away, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Luffy's fighting the 87th Space Pirate King of World Endor or whatever. Fucking, he's getting shit's crazy. Gum fruit space. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, man. So,
oh, man.
That's just one thing that I think like could be one thing that's good about this show is that it's a newer show, kind of like it's not a throwback,
right?
But it's giving you more,
you know.
Yeah, it's giving you more content of an older show where like you don't have to worry about watching 24 episodes and then then that's it.
There's just more. A prequel. You know?
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's important because I miss.
If you miss it, watch the show. You'll definitely enjoy it. It's got a lot of like the old show vibes where fights are like 4 or 5 episodes long and shit. Like you'll like it. You'll enjoy it. It'll take you a long time to get through.
So yeah, I would definitely recommend it, and I am going to watch the second episode. I'll probably do that today.
Hell yeah! Let me know what you think because some fucked up shit happens, and then a really cool fight at the end happens.
And then, speaking of Face Day money, now it makes sense now. Look how structured and all that. Well, first off, it was a video game. So I feel like they probably that game probably did really good.
Oh, it did so fucking well.
And they were able to do this from the game. So, you know.
And then there's mangas, like this. They got everything. They got it on lot. They're like the fucking, I don't know what. They're like the what's an American thing that they keep fucking pumping out every year toys of and shit. Jesus Christ, I don't even know. There's too much.
Nerf guns?
No.
Is that a good example? No, we need a better example than that.
They're like Star Wars. Every time they make something, everyone fucking eats the shit out of it.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
And they cover like every media possible.
Yeah.
It's like Japan's version.
Bro, yeah, that's yeah. Like Disney stuff, all Disney stuff. Oh, yeah. Like they got, but yeah. So, next week, once again, in case you guys forgot. Next week, Chris, do you want to tell him one more time? Because I remember. I remember. I am not gonna forget next week's. I'm looking forward to it because this is once again another show that multiple people haven't
seen it yet.
I've never seen it before. I hear it all the time. I've heard,
especially because the song from the show is like one of the most recognizable songs.
Yo, is it on Netflix?
No, I don't think it is. I don't think it's on Netflix.
Hold on.
I don't think so. Which reminds me, I need to watch season 3 of that shit.
It's not.
Tokyo Ghoul. We're watching it next week to kick off the month of love. Tokyo Ghoul. What better way? It actually kind of makes sense. The guy does go on a date in episode 1 that changes his life for better or worse. That's up to you to decide. But yeah. Hell yeah.
Tokyo. Okay, so that's what we got next week, guys.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man.
Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Go check out Fate Stay Zero. Check out everything. Check out everything. If you fuck with it, if you like it, man, check it out. Definitely watch the first episode of this.
Hell yeah.
Just to get into it. See if you like the story. Watch the first 2 episodes because it seems like the first 2 episodes are.
First one is all exposition. There we go. First episode explains everything. Second episode, you see a fucked up scene, and then you get fights, and then that's when the fights start taking off, and it's great.
Yeah, let's get it.
Hell yeah.
So,
see you.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Take it easy.